Hey guys, welcome back to Read It Right.
I'm Elle,
And I'm Fab.
and here at Relate Right, we're all about relationships and helping you connect better with each other. And today we are going to talk about how you can recognize if your partner is a covert narcissist. So today we're going to take you through 7 different signs of how you can recognize if your partner is a covert narcissist. And the first sign is emotional distance. So if they're appearing to be detached, unavailable emotionally, not willing to open up, if they are seeming like a closed book, maybe even in arguments, they couldn't be bothered arguing back. They're only showing emotion when they feel like it. When you need something or want something, they're just not there for you.
And so that means when you are in the relation, on top of it, when the relation is a long relation,
Yes.
and you still have this type of emotional distance, but some emotional distance can be there because of procrastination or things like that.
Yeah.
But you can feel when it's intentional.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think with a covert narcissist, it doesn't happen straight away, right? Because it's in the word itself, covert, right? So it's undercover. It's a little bit secretive. Like in the beginning, when you guys are together, they're pulling out all the stops to show you they care.
Yeah.
They're there for you. They're saying all the things you want to hear. But as time goes on, it's a very slow progression of taking all of those things away.
Yeah.
So that emotional detachment kind of happens over time. So at first, they kind of give you a lot. They give you everything that you need. And you might be even fooled, to think that this person really, really cares about me. But, as time passes, it starts very, very slowly. So first, maybe they might stop saying sorry, or first they might, not speak to you when you want to speak to them about something, or they might show disinterest in the things you like, or they might not be there for you emotionally when you're going through a hard time. Like it's very, very step by step.
Okay.
And that's why it's so difficult to recognize that the person is a narcissist at first, because they're not.
Yeah.
They're not in those beginning stages because they're wooing you. They're trying to impress you.
Have you already have you had example of narcissist like that about the emotional aspect?
Me?
Yeah.
I have, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think sometimes it takes years to recognize that that's
Yeah, for
a
sure.
thing. Because it's such a slow progression that you don't actually notice it because you're in it, so you don't realize what's happening.
Okay.
And as time goes on, that distance grows further and further. And I think also what happens is as that person is detached from you, you're so desperately trying to get them to show some emotion back. So you're working overtime trying to get that person to respond.
Okay.
But they're kind of pulling away. And the moment that you decide, oh no, I'm going to detach, I'm going to stop trying,
Yeah.
then they try. And it's a trap, you know what I
Okay.
mean? So then when they get you back, they start doing the same thing.
And after you're totally lost.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
when you try, they don't. When you
Yes.
don't try, they try. So finally you try after.
Yes.
They don't again. And after you're totally lost. You don't even know when you should try, when you should not try, and things like that. Okay.
Before, I actually thought narcissism was just the egotistical person who likes to look in the mirror, and who loves themselves. I didn't actually realize it was a personality disorder and that there's different types.
There is different layers.
Yeah, but there's also different types.
Different type of narcissist, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's on
it's like
spectrum,
cockroach.
Like a cockroach. There's different types of cockroaches also.
True.
Lol. So it's really, really difficult for people to actually even realize that their partner is a narcissist.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people don't even know about the personality disorder and what it entails.
Yeah. Sorry.
But also when it's a covert narcissist, undercover, it's really hard to tell.
Yeah, and on top of it, when there is different type, you maybe can know 1, 2, 4, 3 type, but you don't know the number 5.
Yeah.
So maybe you're aware of the 4 first type that you know, and one time you're gonna meet another one who's gonna be another type of narcissist that you will have to learn about it, and generally to find them in generally, except if you already know the different types, you need to go in the trap.
Well,
and to feel the things to know that was this type.
Absolutely. And a lot of the times when you look at the definitions of narcissism and the different types of narcissists, a lot of people display those exact traits. And of course, you have like the malignant narcissist, which is the abuse, physical, cheating, this and this and that. That's very, very easy to see and easy to spot. But other types of narcissism are really more focused around manipulation, emotional abuse, mental abuse, not really physical.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so hard to spot.
Exactly. They are smart in one way.
Absolutely.
They are smart in one way. Not in the good way, but you can say they are smart because they know how to manipulate another human. Not just a partner, but another human.
I will say, one thing I have realized, all narcissists, well, all narcissist types are grandiose in their thinking of themselves. And their biggest flaw is their love for themselves, because their biggest flaw is thinking that they're smarter than everyone. And maybe they're smart, and sure, if manipulation is your second nature, sure, you can get a lot of things done. You're smart in that and in that way. But that's their downfall. Their downfall is the fact that they think they are untouchable.
They're like serial killer without killing.
It's slightly extreme, but yeah, sure.
I mean, and generally you break people.
They're serial manipulators. Yeah.
But in generally, when you finish with the narcissist partner, finish with the relation, and generally the other is broke.
Absolutely.
Or you are strong enough to go out by yourself and understand all the things that happen to you.
Yes.
But in generally, you don't. You even think it's your fault sometimes.
And you will realize, and I think we digress a little bit, but that's okay. You realize that after you've been in a relationship with a narcissist, a covert narcissist, you might think you haven't been impacted that much, but after you get out of the relationship, you start to see how much damage they've actually caused to your self-esteem.
Yeah.
Because again, it's a very, very slow process of how they try to wear you down. Because people who are narcissists, whilst they have a really grandiose sense of self, they are very broken inside, and they have very low self-esteem. And usually they go for partners who they look up to. They go for partners whose traits they admire.
Okay.
And at first they fall in love with those traits, but slowly over time they become jealous of those traits and of their partner.
Okay.
And they slowly try to make them feel small. So it's quite complex and intense.
Yeah.
The way that these people work, and their manipulation is actually quite complex. It's not one thing.
Exactly. But that's why as well we have 7 signs. Because
Yes.
in all those signs you're gonna find different type of manipulation skills or,
Yes.
or narcissist tactic, I
Yeah.
would say, strategy.
Yeah.
Because they can go into your mental health by different way.
Exactly.
And that's what they want.
Well, and that's the thing. Some people might have some of these traits alone, and people exhibit these traits dependent on, what's going on in their relationship here and there.
Yeah.
But a covert narcissist will use all the tactics simultaneously.
Exactly.
So they can attack you from different angles.
Yeah. Without you to realize it.
Exactly. So the second one is being passive aggressive. So maybe they're not like aggressive in your face, but passive aggressive. They're making comments about you under their breath.
Yeah.
Blaming you for things. Saying things like, "Oh, it's your fault that I'm this way."
Yeah.
Or it's your fault that I did that. Or complaining under their breath.
Yeah, yeah. Also, the thing that I've seen as well, it's when they are also negative about the people that you like.
Yes.
Also,
Yes.
and make you feel that because you are with them, you as well are type of, I don't know, negative, or you're not good enough, or you're not good on this type of things, you're not good on this because of your friends, because of your mom, because of some those people as well, the passive aggression, they want to break also the things who are around you.
Yes. Yeah.
That's also passive aggression.
Yeah, I think so. I think it is a trait of the narcissist to isolate. And so they do that through these comments about other people around you.
Yeah.
Because it's easiest to attack a victim in isolation.
Exactly.
And another reason is because they want to be the ones who are loved the most.
True.
So they also try to tear down the people around you as well.
Around you, yeah. Everyone that you're gonna say that you love, or
Yes.
that you like, or you appreciate, or you admire,
Yes.
as well.
Yes.
When you're gonna say that, they're gonna become a target.
Yes, absolutely.
They're gonna become a target straight away for the narcissist, and he's gonna try by any way, any type of things to break this. And he's gonna be happy. You're gonna see a lot of people who are with narcissists. They lost all their friends.
Absolutely.
They lost all their friends
And family.
and family, also.
Yes. And the third thing is they are overly sensitive to criticism.
Of course, if you think you are so
Yes.
smart and
Yes.
better than everyone, how can you receive even one criticism?
Absolutely.
How can you?
Yeah. So look, anything you say to them, any feedback you give them, they might take that on board for, let's say, a minute or two.
Yeah.
No joke. Seriously, like you might tell them, "Hey, you did this and it's not okay." And they'll be like, "Oh, yeah. In the same breath, their brain will have twisted that, turned it around, and somehow made it your fault. A lot of the times what narcissists do when you give them feedback, or if you say you don't like something, their brain actually changes the narrative.
Yep.
And they fully believe it in that moment, and they start to gaslight you.
True.
And for those who don't know what gaslighting is, it's changing the reality of a situation and making the other person question their reality. So if I'm saying, "Hey, this chair is green," and you're saying, "Nah, it's blue," and you keep telling me it's blue so much that I start to be like, "Am I crazy? Is this chair actually blue?"
Yeah.
That's gaslighting. And narcissists do that, especially when you call them on their shit.
Yeah, yeah, and like you said just previously, when you like yourself so much, this mechanism in your brain, it's even stronger.
Yeah.
Because as you love yourself so much, you already condition your brain to defend himself
Yes.
against every criticism, even good or not, and
Yes.
even when it's your fault. They have the skills to turn their mistake into your fault, and they do it so well that at the end of the conversation, like she said, you're gonna ask yourself, maybe he's right. You're gonna say, maybe he's right, or her. Maybe it was my fault. And after even you're gonna blame yourself. That's what happened to a lot of people.
And you know you're going to say sorry. You
Yeah,
know how many times I've
yeah,
said sorry just to keep the peace?
yeah.
I said sorry, 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 sorry. So many times. I wasn't sorry. I knew it wasn't my fault,
Yeah.
for example, and I would just say it to keep the peace because you get tired of fighting because a narcissist they won't let it go.
They want, yeah, yeah. They're like in the war all the time. Everything is war in the head of narcissist. Everything is war.
You used the word defensive earlier, and I feel that they operate from a state of defensiveness constantly.
Constantly. Yeah. Defensive, offensive. We call this because
Defensive,
they
yeah.
defend themselves by the offense.
Yes.
Offensive way.
Yes, yes.
It's not defense like so. Okay, this time, no.
No,
They have
they're on the defense. They're ready to fight you.
exactly back.
Yeah.
All the time.
And they're
For-
also ready to attack for no reason.
exactly. Exactly.
And the fourth one is self-victimization. They're always the victim. It might not even just be with you. If you have a partner who's like coming home from work and they're always the victim, like everybody's against them, their boss always hates them, someone in the street spit on them for no reason, like whatever it is, like everywhere they go, something has happened to them and something bad and they don't know why. And it's just everybody else's fault and poor them.
And they never know why.
Yeah.
They never know why. And there is all the time. Because I know people like that as well. I know people like
Yeah.
that, and all the time, you hear them. And sometimes you're like, but if you ask them, but you sure it's not because you did something? You sure it's not because you did something wrong? You sure because you say something? You sure because people don't like you? Maybe you sure because no.
No. You're just innocent bystander, living your best life,
Yeah.
and people are just shitting on you for absolutely no reason.
No reason.
Now that can happen sometimes.
Yeah.
But if you see a pattern in your relationship where the person you're with, something is constantly happening to them, something bad,
Yeah.
for absolutely no reason, that's definitely one of the signs to watch out for.
Yeah, but inside the relation as well, when you start an argue,
Yes.
when you start some things, when also that's also skills of when you were saying before the defense skills, but by the way that they attacked you,
Yes.
when you are in the middle of the argue and they see that they are losing, because sometimes they can lose because your argument and all the proof that you have are there. Sometimes you can't lie, so what you do, you become a victim
Absolutely. Yeah.
like that. Even when all the proof are on the table, you're still a victim and you deserve a sorry. And that's
You know when you said that, that song by Shaggy, Wasn't Me?
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I don't know why
Wasn't
that just
me.
like popped into my head, right? And he literally says like, and she caught us on the counter. It wasn't me. Like that's gaslighting.
Yeah,
That's the dude
yeah.
basically gaslighting his girl.
that's crazy.
That song, not okay, toxic.
True. True. Narcissistic plus
Yeah.
plus. But yeah, everything's on the table, everything's there, and you're gonna find
Yeah.
the skills. That's strong skills to tell you I'm the victim in all these things.
Yeah,
Even if I did
absolutely.
it.
Poor
I'm
me.
the victim.
I'm trying.
I'm trying.
I'm the one who's doing everything, and you you don't want to because you don't love me, and that's the
Or you all the time say that to
yes.
me, and I'm trying my best,
Yeah.
but it's not there yet, and you don't understand it,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you
yeah.
and you and you and most. And you imagine you're in a relation during, I don't know, 10 years, and we won't say during the 10 years it was like that, because like we said, manifest after.
Yeah.
So let's say during 7 years, you're there listening these things, but you're gonna even forget that it's a
Victimizing.
you're gonna even forget that it's a victimization skills.
Yeah.
You're just gonna say, oh, that's true again.
Right.
Look what I'm doing again.
Let me apologize.
True.
And the fifth sign is subtle superiority. So, as much as we kind of talked about narcissists love to be grandiose, they feel superior. They think they are superior. They want you to treat them like they're superior. But covert narcissists do this very subtly. It's not. They're not out there saying I'm better than you.
Oh, no.
Not
No.
like that. It's
They won't be covered anymore.
yeah, exactly. So it just again it manifests in different ways. They make you feel small.
Yeah.
To show that they're big.
Yeah.
And that is how they prove that they're superior to you.
This one, I'm sure that this one happen most of the time during a social moment as well. But like you say, subtle.
It happens socially. I will say it will happen socially towards others,
Yeah.
not towards your partner.
Yeah.
Because the narcissist
Appear.
loves to show that their partner is perfect only in front of other people.
Only in front of other people.
Again, being subtly superior to you.
True. True. That's true.
But yeah, definitely they in social settings they have to be the person who is either the most educated or the most well off or the smartest about a topic.
Or they did it before you. Everything you say, you know, because I'm sure you know someone like that.
Yeah.
You say some things, they're gonna tell you, but I did it when I had 5 years old.
Yeah.
But even if you just say it like that,
Yeah.
they want to be the first. They want to be, like
The
you said,
best.
the best. They want to be the smartest. They
Yeah.
want to be. There is always some things, not maybe all of them at once, but there is all the time. There is one of those things that they want to be
Yeah.
first.
And that's because they operate from the defense, right? They're
Yeah.
always in competition. They're always in competition. And it's not like they're in competition against themselves. It's against everybody else.
Yeah, true. You can watch this. You can have a partner who is like that with other people when you are in social. Like I said, social, because when you are with people, you can also analyze your partner.
Oh, yeah.
You can see many traits that you don't have because it's social. So you can see how your partner is, and maybe you're gonna uncover the cover in social. That's a good skill as well. Yeah.
So the sixth one is manipulation. This is such a broad one, and all of the things we talked about, all of the signs are, kind of encompass manipulation in my opinion.
Yeah.
But the manipulation of a narcissist goes very, very deep, and there's no end to it. Guys, there's a storm outside. Just FYI, in case you hear thunder.
But we won't stop.
We're not gonna stop.
Let's go.
So one of the things that narcissists do very, very well is that victim card, right? So they use guilt.
Yeah.
Feel sorry for me to do what I want you to do.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Because the manipulation skills in generally, it's to be able to get what you want,
Yes.
but to get it without even looking like that you want it. You know what I mean?
Yes,
It doesn't
yes.
look like that you wanted it,
Yes.
but the things that you do will make the people do it for you. If they want you to do some things, sometime they're gonna make the contrary, and you gonna do it for them.
Absolutely.
But you're
Yes.
not gonna see nothings, and sometimes they're even gonna cry make you feel that they didn't want it. They didn't want it. The thing finished like that. They didn't want this result. For anything, for arguing, for I don't know, something that they wanted you to buy or don't buy. All these things. It's a game as well. I think the manipulation, this one as well, is a part of a game that there is in their head as well. It's a game that they like to play.
Absolutely.
Not just a war, but it's a
Yes.
game as well that they like to play.
Yes.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
It is very, very dangerous. Narcissists will stop at nothing to get what they want. I've seen it firsthand manifest from feel sorry for me, poor me. They will use any tactic possible, whether it's, educating you on something, tricking you, whatever it is, they will stop at nothing to get what they want. And if you're watching this podcast and you're thinking, oh, yeah, this kind of sounds like my partner, but maybe it's not, and maybe it is, I'm not sure. The one thing I would say to test your partner is to purposefully not do something that they want you to do. And watch their reaction. And don't let go. Do not let go. Do not cave. Do not say sorry. Do not even show for 1 second that you will do what they ask. And then you will be absolutely sure whether your person is a narcissist or not. Because what happens is, if you don't do what they say, their manipulation can only last for so long before it starts to become aggressive, before it starts to become demands, before it can even, depending on the person, it can become violent, but you would know your partner. Covert narcissists aren't usually violent, but they can be if they don't get what they want. So it will start with, oh, please do this for me. And then it will be like, oh, you don't love me. Then it will be like, oh, you hate me. Then it will say, oh, but, if you do this, then I'll do this.
But also, there is the thing that they say, you don't like me, you don't love me, etc. But they're going to say as well, you don't care about this relation.
Oh, yeah, 100. Yeah.
You don't care about our child. They're going to use the things that is really important for you against you.
Yes.
That's the worst. That's the worst. That's the one who's painful, and you can even, it's hard for you to, like you said, don't let it go. It's hard.
Yes.
Because you like your child.
Yeah.
You know that the relation means the whole things. Generally, the relation doesn't mean only you. There is many things inside. There is the house. There is there is your job. There is all your life in the relation. So when they told you, oh, you are against the relation. Oh, you don't want the relation. This relation go up. You don't want to.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And it will finish by threats.
Yeah.
Oh, if you don't do it. So it changes from, oh, please, poor me, to you better do it, or I'm gonna leave you.
Yeah.
Do it, or I'm gonna tell people about this and this. Do it, or I'm gonna, whatever the threat is. So, in my opinion, the best way to tell if your person is a narcissist is just stay your course. Don't do what they say. And you can even you can manipulate them back and play a little game and not do something on purpose just to test it out. Because they can't take no. Because no to them is, you don't love me. And the thing about a narcissist, which is extremely interesting, is the fact that they're highly emotional people.
Yeah.
As much as they're emotionally distant in some ways, inside there is an emotional turmoil, and they don't know how to unpack their many emotions, because there is a underlying pain and dislike for themselves.
Yeah.
And it manifests in all these different ways, and this narcissist way of thinking and behaving, you can't necessarily say it's their fault. It is their fault. They're very aware of what they're doing
Yeah.
in moments.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there is different type of
Yeah.
narcissist. So there is the one who gonna do certain type of things
Yeah.
unconsciously.
Yeah,
But there is the one who are purely and instinctly.
Yes. But they always know what they're doing, though.
No,
They always know. Maybe not in that specific moment, but they do know what they're doing.
Normally, when you are also narcissist, it's because you are insecure. But not insecure like you don't like your hair. Or,
Yeah.
you know, it's the. I think for me, deep insecurity
Yeah.
lead to narcissist as a protection. But the deep one, the one that they never talk, or maybe they have this since this thing is growing since they were a child, or I speak about the bigger narcissist, the one who use everything for manipulation and know 100% what they're doing and know where they want to go when they manipulate someone or their partner. For me, is this type of things. Deep insecurity lead to certain type of big narcissist.
Yeah, absolutely. And I actually read that narcissism was hereditary. I don't know if it's hereditary or is it a taught behavior from when you were a child, which is very possible.
I mean, like, me, everything starts somewhere.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Everything starts somewhere, and in generally, if you want to know, you need to go back at the first thing, at the first stage of your life. Maybe childhood, parents, what's happened, and you will never find, because sometimes, because your partner is 30 years old and he's never gonna open on those details, special details in his life. Sometimes he don't even know.
I mean, he will when he wants you to feel sorry for them.
Yeah. Yeah, but
when
even
he's the victim.
even if he's a narcissist and he wants you to feel sorry, he's gonna invent a story.
That's true.
Because they lie.
Yes.
They lie also. They lie a lot. They're gonna invent story.
This is facts. You are speaking facts, and it triggers my mind for two things. One thing, if you meet somebody and they talk a lot of trash about their ex, and there is a lot of negative things that they say in a I'm the victim perspective, keep an eye open, because they just might be a narcissist. Most emotionally evolved people don't start a conversation with, poor me, my ex cheated on me, or my ex was this and my ex was that.
That's this advice for the beginning when you date someone.
Yes.
When you date someone, if you watch the previous debate, we talk about it.
Yeah. And then the second thing is, when things aren't going their way, they will absolutely invent stories, again, to be the victim, to be perceived as the victim.
Yeah. Invent. They could write script for Hollywood if they want.
This is very true. This is actually very true. And the saddest part of that is that they truly believe that script in that moment.
Oh yeah, for them it's not a movie, it's the reality.
Yes.
But yeah, true.
And finally, the last sign is your partner is very envious or full of resentment, whether it's to you or to others around them, others' success. If you've achieved something and they constantly minimize your success, or don't show happiness, you should probably be aware of that.
They don't show happiness to you, they don't show happiness to other people, but also you're gonna see that everything, even if you're watching I don't know, you're watching a documentary about business, or you're watching something, they're gonna find some things to minimize all the success, and even more when they didn't achieve nothing, even more. because that's the part of the jealousy. Envious. Envious is even stronger than jealousy, because envious is like you don't want those people
Yeah.
just not on top of you, but arrive somewhere.
Yeah.
You want them to stay where they are. Even you feel even better when they are lost.
Yeah, because
You know.
then they're on the same level as you.
Exactly. That when you want them to feel to stay on the same level of you, it's an I won't say it's the normal stage, but I would say yeah, it's not the bigger one. The bigger one is one you are happy to see them lost, not
Yes.
just on your level. You're happy when they are lost. You're happy when they fail, when they're gonna tell you, I did a business but it didn't work. Your
Oof,
your heart gonna
relief.
be like, ooh,
Yep.
oh my god, that's good. Oh, thank. I threw this guy was going to pop up, but finally he went down. Perfect.
Yep.
Those people are crazy. Those people are
those
crazy.
those uh, those people in a relationship make the other person feel like they're never good enough.
Yeah.
So your partner could be achieving a whole bunch of stuff, and the narcissist will continuously make them feel
Yeah.
like it's nothing, like it's small, like they help them, like, basically never enough. There's always something new for the partner to do, or a new hurdle to overcome, to prove themselves. Whereas in public, they might say, "Oh wow, yeah,
Oh
this
yeah.
person did a great job. They graduated. They did their masters." But to your face, when the doors are closed, they're like, "Oh, that's nothing. It's just a master's."
Yeah.
Anybody can get that if they read a couple of books. It's
All these
it's
type of
all
things.
of that minimization behind closed doors.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, I feel like when you are in social, you can see those type of things as well, because like you said, there is different type. There is the one who's gonna say, "Oh yeah, I'm so happy for you. Oh yeah, that's really good," and things like that. But there is the one who's gonna be as well subtle on the envious part of their mindset, because they're gonna find something to tell you about your success. But
Oh yeah,
it
yeah.
won't be like that much,
Like a
But
backhanded compliment.
exactly,
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
gonna be also small things, really small,
Yes.
but all the time for everything.
Yeah.
Or they're gonna say that they did it. They're
Yes.
gonna lie. Also, when your partner lie about everything, and you know that, when your partner says some things and you know that it's not true, you can then you know that there is a part of the narcissist there as well.
The narcissist is very charming, usually, to the public eye. The narcissist is a chameleon. If you notice that your partner is very easily fitting into every kind of environment, has a story for every environment, that's something to look out for.
Yeah, yeah, because you know your partner normally. You know what's happening in his life. You know where he's going, where he's not going, what he did, what he didn't do. You know what he's achieved, what he's not achieved, why we failed. So when they're gonna say, oh, when they ask you, how was the things that you did, your business? Oh, it's really good. I have so much customer and things like that. And you know that it's fake. Okay, sometimes you don't want to say everything to
Yeah,
everyone.
exactly.
Okay, but there is a difference between keeping things secret because they deserve to stay between you and your partner, and a difference between lying to be on top of everyone,
Yeah, yeah.
to be liked by everyone,
Yes.
to feel the first, and even to put some people down, because some people will open to you. So, they're gonna say, "Oh, I'm so bad. I feel really bad," and you're like, but it was so easy for me. I did it in 2 days. So easy.
Yeah.
Those type of people. And when you hear that, you're on the other side, you're like, wow. You feel
Even worse. Yeah. And that's what they want. That's what
they want. And then inside them, there will be a guy inside them like that.
Yeah. 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 A sigh of relief.
Yeah. Conclusion, guys. I hope you enjoy this topic. I hope you find on those different 7 signs, or maybe I hope that you didn't find any sign in your partner. It's better. But if you had, it's your job to do the investigation. Let us know in the comment. What do you think about the sign? Let us know if there is other sign that you find. And yeah, follow us on social media. Follow us on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. Cause you know what, we are here to stay. Read
Relate
it right.
right.